here with Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be here crafting on the rust-covered cottage by Christina. I am here with another one of her wood kits. I feel like my head's getting cut off a little bit. And I am excited to craft with you. I am going to be doing the Thanksgiving Hutch kit. I did, maybe a couple months ago, I did the bookworm hutch. And so I brought that out to show you. These are nice because they're super thin. They do not take up much space at all. They come with a collapsible easel that also is very flat. So we are going to make one of these today. And the other cool thing is, whoops, I did that wrong. You can be very creative with your colors. There's a lot of things. Like on this bookworm one, let's see, just on the top shelf, there's a succulent plant, a book, a heart, a candle, a sign that says bookworm, stack of books, a moon, a lamp, stack of books, 2 teacups, another succulent. I'm all booked. An unattached piece was this really comfy reading chair with another stack of books and another sign that says I have no shelf control, plus the hutch itself. I did go ahead and attach my chair to my hutch. So that is, I believe it's called bookworm. Christina, am I right? I think that's called the bookworm hutch. So this is the second hutch that Christina sent to me. This is called Thanksgiving. There are lots of little pieces. We have the hutch. We have this little banner of pumpkin pie pieces, which is adorable. There's a few signs. I think this is supposed to be a towel. There's a sign that says Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble till you wobble, give thanks always. We have a turkey. We have a bowl with 2 crescents coming out of it. We have a teapot and a plate. We have a pilgrim gnome. We have, must be a gravy boat. I'll have to look at the picture and see where that's supposed to go. We have an apron with a sign that says leftovers are for quitters. That's adorable. And then a little towel bar, and the towel says, eat, drink, and wear stretchy pants. So, super fun. As you can see, book lovers. Yes. As you can see on this one, I did the background of the top part and the doors. I think I used ivory. And then the rest, I did antique wax, like the shelves I did antique wax. I think I'm going to flip that this time. And I'm going to do the background with antique wax. I'm not sure yet about the doors. But I think I want to do all the shelf parts with cashew. All right, we're going to make this very warm, like Thanksgiving-y colors. So I'm going to start with that. And I have my sticky board here because all these little pieces, we're going to want to, not lose anything. I'm just going to pull up my picture here. That is not the one I wanted. Oh, I know. It was a screenshot I did of where everything goes on here. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. So the gnome, this is a little stool, and then the gravy boat. I was wondering about all that space above the gnome. He's holding the gravy boat. All right, and then this is just a sign that says eat, drink, and wear stretchy pants. And I may move that over there. All right, I just want to make sure I have everything. These are blocks. Okay, now we have everything where it goes. So I'm just going to start sticking things here to my sticky board. And this is just painter's tape wrapped on a board. One of Christina's boards that she sends you with your shipment. And I'm going to do this, keeping everything kind of in order. Oh, wow, that frame is even separate. Okay. And then our turkey on a platter. These Give Thanks Always are individual blocks. And then, let's see, we've got like a little, I'll show this to you once I have everything stuck to it. So we got the gnome has a hat, and then his face, and then this piece with his hands and his body. We've got the apron with the sign, and that sign. So these are all the little pieces. You see how handy this board is? So I can keep everything stuck to something that I can then paint. Okay, so here's the top piece of the hutch, and the background is what I'm going to do antique wax. Now all these drawers are separate pieces. So these two pieces I'm going to do cashew. The doors and drawers, I'm not sure. I kind of want to do them in a color. Like celery, maybe? All right. So we're going to start. Here's the cardboard that all of that was attached to with saran wrap so that it wouldn't get lost. Hey, Peggy. Okay, so my baby wipes are getting dried out, but I'm going to get a little bit of antique wax on my baby wipe. I'm just going to do this whole thing. Like I said, I'm kind of doing it the opposite that I did my book lovers one. And this back, the top part has a nice, it's got lines on it to give it that shiplap look, which is nice, a nice detail. So what can you do with these hutch kits? I find painting these very therapeutic. All these little pieces, it's kind of like making, if you have ever made miniatures, that is still super popular. I still go to Hobby Lobby and I see all those little miniatures that there's like, you can make a miniature. I don't even know if I need to do this because it's going to get covered up, but you can make a miniature bookshop or a miniature garden, all these things. We like little things. And the nice thing about this is it doesn't take a lot of paint, right? Or a lot of space. All right, I'm not going to worry about finishing that because honestly that bottom part isn't going to be seen much at all. Okay, and you can see when you do the antique wax, it kind of brings out the green of the wood, which is kind of fun. All right, for now that's it for antique wax. Okay, let me just get back to, now that I know what everything looks like, get back to the live here. All right, now I've used up all my room on my sticky board for all these things, but these two things I said I'm gonna do cashew. So I think I'm okay just having them on my desk. Maybe I'll put a, here, let's just put a paper towel under them. There we go. And I'm just going to use one of my little sponges here. So cashew just has a little tinge more of brown to it than ivory does. So I'm just going to use this sponge. It's actually not that much different than the original color of the wood. So I actually may go darker with this. We'll see. I may decide to do hazelnut. And maybe what I should do is what do you guys think? I kind of like it over the antique wax. I think it looks good. Hey Gare, could you close that door for me? He didn't hear me. It's paying attention to the dog. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this. It's going to be a little warmer than ivory was. All right, let's do the bottom part. And then we need to decide, I need to decide, and you guys can give me input, what color for the doors. Hi, Roger. And Tracy. Okay. If you love Christina's kits as much as I do want to make sure you know that on my YouTube channel, Monarch Mom DIY, I do Wood Kit Wednesday. Every Wednesday night, I feature one of Christina's kits on my YouTube channel. And on the last Wednesday of the month, I offer a craft with me, where all month long I'm telling you what the kit is. If you purchase it through my link, you're going to get a special Zoom link where on that Wednesday, you get to craft with me on Zoom, seeing my craft table from above, and we craft together. It's super fun. All right, I think I really like that color. Oh, you can't tell. Let me show you compared to the antique wax. Isn't that going to look pretty? Okay, so I have two color options for the doors and drawers that go down on the bottom. Should we go with celery, or I'm kind of feeling dusk? A berry bush? What is that? What's berry bush? Christina, explain. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I think I want to do them with dusk. So let me move my sticky board over here. Now, normally I use those foam brushes for Christina's kits, but with these smaller pieces, I do have some small brushes, just because a lot of the pieces are so tiny. Okay. Now for these doors, I will do the foam sponge as well. Oh, are you talking about like a, what's it called? Like fake flowers? Is that what you mean? Oh, my nose is itchy. Okay. That is going to be super pretty. I love this color. I like using agave and orange for fall, but when I want something a little softer, I use dusk instead of agave. Really pretty. All right, let me show you. Isn't that gonna be pretty? It's like a bluish gray. So that's gonna go there. Okay. Then what I like to do is kind of go with what's obvious. Okay, pumpkin pie, that's going to be like crust, and then orange for the pumpkin, and then you know what I grabbed for the whipped cream? Puffy paint. So let's paint that first so that it has time to dry. All right, just moving these pieces out of the way. And I'm going to kind of build everything over here before I glue things, just so I can see what they're going to look like. Okay, hazelnut is what I'm going to use for the crust on this pie. And it's just up at the top here for our little pumpkin pie banner. Like I said, some of these small areas, this is when you're going to want to pull out your small brushes. I don't use expensive ones. I just get, you know, the packs that have little ones from Hobby Lobby or Walmart or wherever I happen to be. Michael's sometimes, but it is the furthest, so I don't go there a lot. All right, so we got the pie crust done in hazelnut. Up on the top shelf here, there's a sign that says Happy Thanksgiving. So this is going to be orange. I don't have a ton of colors out here because I didn't want it to be super crazy. But this might be one of those things where I just have to start. Oh man, this one is gunky. One of these days, I need to take the time and clean out these lids. Okay. Why is my nose itchy? Let's do... Oh, I don't know. Let's do the Happy Thanksgiving sign with some celery. How about? And then so there are a few different, I don't know how many, Hutch kits. I know there's the book one. I know there's a faith one. I know there's a general fall one. What else is there, Christina? What other Hutch kits? I'm sure there's going to be a Christmas one if there isn't already. All right, Happy Thanksgiving. And I'm just going to do the black ultra thin marker around the edges for the little frame. So it's Tuesday night. Is anyone watching Dancing with the Stars tonight? I am. So I think these little hutches are great for people who don't have a lot of space and maybe just like doing small mini crafts. Okay, so there's our little Happy Thanksgiving sign that goes up here on this first shelf. All right, let's do the orange on our pumpkin pie banner. Just gonna keep using my little, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint right over where the whipped cream's gonna go because I'm gonna use the puffy paint for that and it'll go over the regular paint. So this little piece that's connected, should I just do that orange too? I guess. I don't know what that is. Now, if you can't see what I'm doing, just swipe the chat out of the way or hit that arrow so that it goes away. But right now, I'm just painting the little pumpkin pie banner for the top of our hutch. I'm excited to use the white puffy paint on here for the whipped cream. Okay, I'm thinking orange for a Thanksgiving apron too. What do you guys think? All right, so that's gonna go up there. It's not quite complete yet. These are dry. Just set them here because they're going to get glued. Okay, we have a teapot. I think I'll do the teapot in dusk, the color we did the drawers, because they're down at the bottom. The teapot is going to be up at the top, so separated. And then I think, did I get out ivory? I did not. Let's do ivory for like a plate, a platter. And be careful so I can get the, well, I was trying to keep the paint out of the space, but I'm gonna just use my pokey tool to get it out. All right, so we got a little platter and a teapot. Then we've got this bowl. Look at how, this is like Pyrex, I think. Is that what that's supposed to be? That's gonna go there with the little crescent rolls, which I think those need to be hazelnut color. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna use my finger, because then I can be gentle and not fill in all the little cute laser cut lines. That worked really well, actually. I like that method. Finger painting has its place. Just a couple little spots. Okay, what color for the Pyrex bowl? I'm thinking this needs to be the blue as well. But I'm going to use my finger for this too, because all these little laser cut flowers on here, I just want to barely color the bowl. Oh, I can't wait to see what this whole thing looks like when it's done. I think it's gonna be pretty. Do you guys have any of this like vintage Pyrex? I tell you what, my fingers are a mess. See, because I just used my finger, you can see all those cute, adorable little flowers on there. Didn't want to cover those up. Yeah, you're waiting for a Christmas one, huh? Peggy, are you going to do the craft with me at the end of the month on Wood Kit Wednesday? With the with the kits I'm doing? Okay. Gobble till you wobble. This sign has a separate frame. I think I'm going to do the frame orange. So it's just a little bit of orange. Peggy, send me a picture of this one that you did. I want to see how you did yours. Is there a nativity Christmas one, Christina, or is it just like Santa and reindeer and stuff? Gobble till you wobble. That's super cute. Gobble till you wobble. Okay, you guys want to see so far? I mean, nothing's glued down, but this is what we have so far. You liking the colors? Got the dusk. I've got a little bit of celery. I could probably use a little more celery. I'm thinking this apron down here needs to be orange. What do you guys think? Maybe go around it with a different color. Oh, this is a pocket on the apron that says leftovers are for quitters. That's too cute. Yeah, let's do... Let's do some orange on this apron. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did with that gobble till you wobble. With my finger. And the leftovers are for quitters. That's cute. What do you think of the little apron? I think that's adorable. I think this is cashew, but I'm just going to go a little bit around the edges of my apron. And then that'll go on the front. Super cute. All right, we have left the turkey. What color is a turkey? I guess hazelnut? I feel like the color that the wood is the best color for the turkey, but I'm mixing a little ivory and hazelnut. I guess that's a good turkey color. And it's a cute little turkey. I think that looks good for color. And then it's got a little platter. I think I'll just do black for the platter. It's just like a plate. You could do a gray or a silver if you want. You could actually probably paint all these pieces with paint markers if you wanted. I've kind of liked being able to make the colors pretty light by using my finger. Okay, we've got these blocks that say give thanks always. I think we need to put a little bit of celery in here. We haven't used celery except for on the one sign. If you don't have one of these pokey tools, you could just use like a push pin to clean out where the etching is if you get paint in there. feel like these kits would make nice gifts too for people who you would have to ship to, because it's pretty small. See how I was able to get the, there's always. All right, there's thanks. I used the dusk. Kind of lightly. And then let's do ivory forgive. No. Yeah. Okay. All right, the last, well, a couple things I have. I have the gnome, and he's got like a pilgrim hat. I'm not sure what colors to do him. The hat looks kind of like a scarecrow hat, actually. So let's do hazelnut. This is so cute. All right. I'm going to do his beard white. What color am I going to do this? Oh, and then we got to do the little, where's my blue? We've got to do the little creamer, gravy boat, whatever this is, with blue, so it matches kind of the teapot. Got the whole set. That's what he's going to hold. So I'm going to do his beard white, or ivory, I guess. And then his nose and his hands, I'm going to do this like warm bisque flesh color. Cute. A band on the hat, I'm going to do black. And then the buckle, I don't know, maybe I'll just leave it the unpainted color. So cute. I just don't know what color. I guess I'll do his shirt or whatever green. Okay, we are almost done painting. All right, we've got this little table bench thing that the gnome is kind of sitting on. I'm just going to do it with hazelnut. All right. Cleaning this one off because I like this brush for the flesh color. Oh, you know what I need to do? I don't know how long this is going to take to dry, but I want to do this puffy paint on where the whipped cream is. Ooh, it's going to take a while to dry. So this piece probably will not get glued on the top of the hutch until tomorrow, because I really want this puffy paint to dry so it doesn't run. But I love that 3D. You see it? Isn't that cute? It'll go up there. Okay. We just need to do the nose and the hands of the gnome and one other little sign. So let's get this warm bisque color. That's adorable. All right. Last color. This sign is going to go here. So what color do I want it to be? I think we'll do cashew. This is the one that's really close to the actual wood color. This sign makes me laugh. It says, eat, drink, and wear stretchy pants. Okay. I think we are ready to glue. You guys, are you ready to see this? Okay, let me get the paints out of the way. Looky, looky. This is going to be so cute. Okay, now what I have to do is move everything over so I can glue it all together. But I'm super happy with how this sign or this hutch turned out. Sometimes you look at all those unpainted pieces and it's like, I have no idea what to do with this. And then you just start. You just start. Okay. So we are going to start with these two pieces of our hutch. And there's an outline for me to line it up with. Press those down, and you can use a little brush if you've got some glue seeping out. Inside it doesn't matter because we're going to be putting the doors there, but up here on the shelves you may see it, so try to wipe it away if there's a lot. Okay, so here's our hutch empty. Antique wax on the back and cashew on the front. And let's glue our doors in that we painted with dusk. I do like that color combo. Now I didn't fill in the knobs like I did on here with black. I could do that if I think it needs it. At this point, I'm not sure. Okay. So here's with the doors and drawers. I know it looks gray, but it's a really pretty blue. All right. Let's kind of place our three things for the top shelf for spacing. And then we're just going to start gluing everything down. Happy Thanksgiving. Our little teapot. And you don't need a lot of glue on these. I'm just using the Dollar Tree wood glue. Okay, we got the bowl. And then the gobble till you wobble. This one is almost gone, but I do have another one on standby. All right, time to open the other one. Because we're almost done. We can't let a little thing like glue keep us from finishing. I think the little bowl with the crescent rolls is is one of my favorite parts. Super cute. This is so cute. Cute. Eat, drink, and wear stretchy pants. Okay, I'm gonna tack this down. I don't think it's gonna run. I think it'll be fine. Oh my goodness. I love it. What do you guys think? Do I need to color in the knobs on the doors? What do you guys think? If I do, it's going to be black, which I have a little bit of black outline here, a little bit of black on the, ooh. Don't want that to move. Don't move. I'm not seeing any opinions either way, so I'm just gonna do it. Okay, it is done. It is finished. Now, some things are not dry all the way, so I'm not gonna pick it all the way up, straight up and down like I did, but how cute is this? I love it. So colors I used, if you're interested, I used antique wax, which a lot of it's covered up because it's in the background. I used ivory, cashew, hazelnut, dusk, pumpkin, and celery. And there you go. Thanksgiving Hutch. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. And check out her kits. Always free shipping. Thanks so much. Bye.